Amazing match at 105 kilos, Irakli Zirakashvili, 95 kilo right arm world champion versus Eugeny Prudnik. Eugeny Prudnik returns after more than a year off, I think more than a year, since the last time he pulled with Devon Larratt. He got injured, and now he's facing Irakli Zirakashvili that he has been absolutely insanely dominant, especially at 95 kilos. And interestingly, Irakli told many times to us that he feels at his best around 95, 97 kilos. When he was trying to gain weight and go up, and he was like 102 or 100 kilos, he said he didn't feel like himself. He couldn't pull like he does. He says he's at best at this weight, so he's coming in somewhere around that weight.
Yeah, very possible. It's not only Irakli, there are arm wrestlers, some other arm wrestlers as well who say that sometimes you gain weight, your angles is different, your position on table is different, you generally not feel as good, maybe your endurance is factor as well. So it could be that one day, because his size, his build is okay to be like a super heavyweight even. He's 190, what? He's tall guy. Yeah. He's not small, but his frame is okay. But maybe some angles or position is not as good when he's in that heavier weights than he used to be.
Yeah. So if I have to think like what gives advantage to who, Prudnik is super versatile, super experienced, probably one of the greatest athletes around any weight. He's coming off an injury, so we don't know how good he is, but if he takes this match, he must have been close. There's some pulls that we saw, like he did like with Kalin, I think, with some pulls, and it didn't look super good, but again, you don't know where he is at his training. Irakli will have a weight disadvantage, but I think he's probably better than he was last time he played.
And he's very active lately.
Very
he's
active,
pulling
super
a lot.
dominant, super like dedicated, super dedicated to the craft. That's how I see Irakli. Not very versatile, has one thing, but does it really, really well.
That's yeah, and it's advantage and also disadvantage in same, because if you have one perfect style and no one knows or no one is able to do something against that, if it works, that's it. Yeah, you don't care. You don't care. When was the last time when someone get Irakli inside or was able to hook him?
Well, not really hook him, but remember he pulled Rustam and they exchanged wins, right? There was 2-3 at the end, if I'm correct. So, but Rustam kind of stayed flat.
It was flat. Wasn't really inside. No one. I don't remember when someone put Irakli in the biceps position.
No.
If he's losing, he lost his hand against John
Dadikian.
Dadikian.
Yep.
And before that, for example, it was longer ago when Sasha, or in previous fight with Sasha, then they kind of again flat wrist or flop wrist press, but not really hook. So I know that Prudnik is great about getting inside, but I don't see it will happen with Irakli.
But I think he has the arm strength to just keep his wrist flat and just...
I don't think he will get inside and he will really get some deep hook like he had with his left arm, for example, with Dadikian, and then some fight here. However, Irakli is much better inside himself as well lately, and he's pulling, especially in a practice table, good inside fights. But also, what I see, it will be flat wrist, or Prudnik could try to hold on his wrist and hand and maybe go to side, and his side press is really good for that, and he has done that before. Or it will be fight for top roll. It will be fight for top roll, for a hand, and very often with good top roller, most dangerous is another good top roller, and if someone is able to take your hand.
Yeah, but very hard to predict this one, I think, because there's a lot of things that can happen with, Irakli can come and just do the same thing he did with Sasha. Like Prudnik cannot even engage, right? And we have seen Prudnik in some discomfort matches, but also we have to remember that Prudnik also beat Artem Morozov on his right arm debut, right? Yeah. So I expect him, like, he's very dangerous, very smart, and very good. If he takes this match, he is in shape. I think he's in shape. How good of a shape? Like I talked with Margarit, and he said if this is like old Prudnik, there's no chance. But if this is Prudnik not reached his last shape or somewhere around that, there's a great possibility that Irakli just runs through.
Yeah, we can't compare, and then different times, different athletes, we can't compare maybe Irakli with Vitaly Laletin or Devon Larratt, but if we remember those fights when Prudnik couldn't get any hand control and he was pushed to fight in a... And I don't think that Irakli who is pulling now is beatable also with a flop wrist. Before when Sasha or we talk possibly like Todd Hutchings and Irakli, that time Irakli was so much
going backwards.
Only backwards, and when someone stopped him here, he was opening more on his angle. It was able to get to side. Right now, he's so good as well with side pressure. He's actively working with wrist. We saw in the last time with Sasha, we saw that with Krasimir, we saw that many times before with Lochlan. He's attacking with very good controlled riser, back pressure, pronation, and also wrist and hand. He's using much more, and very dangerous, and. Surprisingly, I see that Irakli could maybe even win this.
Yeah, I see it too. I think it's also a very close match, very hard to predict. In my head, still, like I can't bet against Prudnik just because how great he is of a puller, but I see like if he's not in shape, Irakli is gonna go through him. But it's a tough match because Irakli's. Like his best weapon is very hard to deal with, and like you said, like he evolves, right? He used to do just this. Now he's way more everywhere, and we have seen so much of him that it's very hard to predict what he's going to do. He has very evolved top roll. What we need to see more is a press from that top roll, right? And that would open him new doors. But right now, very interesting match.
He did press John without a hand. Okay, gassed and tired John, but he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Also,
so,
no one expected that, right?
Yeah, so his arm strength is not like somewhere in some beginner level for sure. There are not too many arm wrestlers in the world who has been able to press John without a hand.
Yeah.
So his arm strength is elite level as well, and that I said before, in the practice videos you can see that he's pulling inside quite successfully lately as well, and then before that when someone was or when he especially went inside, we saw that he was struggling. Right now his arm strength, his biceps is holding tight angle, good side pressure. He's very dangerous.
Irakli is very dedicated. Dedicated.
And I would say that yes, he's one-sided. Yes, he don't have many more options to do on table, and we know what he will try to do on table. But that one style is super dangerous. And right now it's hard to stop. So I believe he have good chances against Prudnik.
Yeah, let's see if Prudnik can stop the top roll on July 6th, East versus West 13. Don't miss it, live on Core Sports. All links are in description everywhere. Jan's going to be there, I'm going to be there. Don't miss it, stay strong.
I love arm wrestling.